Okay, it's been a couple of days since the last video when we were in Channel Islands. I've been in LA. I went to a USC football game and then got a little behind the scenes tour of some of the sports facilities there. So that was pretty cool. I'll probably add a few clips of that at the end of this video. But today is our last day in California and we are hitting up another national park. All right, here's where we are on our last day in California. Nice sunrise hitting the top of that mountain over there. Looks pretty cool. Another look at the sunrise back from the direction we just came from. Also, there's nobody here at all. I'm just standing in the middle of the road videoing the sunrise and nobody's driven by at all. Hopefully it continues the rest of the day. This valley that we're coming down into is just crazy looking. All right, our first little adventure in Death Valley is a hike up this canyon behind me here called Mosaic Canyon. I think it's like 3-ish miles or so. Should be pretty cool. This is a little better view of what we're walking into here. Feels like another planet. I know they filmed some of Star Wars in Death Valley. This feels very Star Wars-like in this canyon so far. Canyon started to open up a little bit more. It's a really cool hike so far. Okay, we've reached the part of the hike where we got put in 4-wheel drive. All right, little scrambling for us. It's definitely getting a little trickier to navigate. Well, I thought we would just keep following the canyon up, but we got some big arrows that want us to go this way. So see what happens. The arrows led us the right way. I think we're getting close to the end. We just keep following the arrows. Yep, that's it. Because we're not getting up that. No chance. I didn't really know what to expect in Death Valley today because the main road that has all the popular stuff on it got washed out in a flood a couple weeks ago. But I added this hike to the list and definitely glad I did. This might be the highlight of the day and it was well worth it. Also, I forgot that this phone will let you record like this with both cameras at the same time. Pretty neat little feature. I should probably be using it a little more than I have. Sun's starting to find its way into the canyon a little more now. Yeah, this definitely feels like part of Star Wars. I'm not sure if they actually filmed in this canyon specifically, but I know that they filmed part of the original movies here. Well, the sun's finally out now, and man, it warmed up quick. I think we're getting close to getting back to the truck. I believe that down there is gonna be our next stop at those sand dunes. All right, we're at the Mesquite Flats sand dunes now. Just walking around, taking in the views. That seems to be the highest one there is out here. I don't think I'm gonna walk all the way out there though. You can see it pretty good from here. I cannot imagine being here in the summer. I think it gets to like 120 some days. It's just crazy hot. It's what, middle of October? I mean, it's still pretty warm. It's probably in the 80s today. This sand is also a lot more like hard packed than other sand dunes I've been to before. It's a lot easier to walk on. That was a pretty neat sand dune. I'm not totally sure what I'm gonna do the rest of the day now, because that main road is closed, and the visitor center and stuff is closed too. So we will see. All right, now I think we're in like the proper Death Valley, and it's just so vast. It's insane. I think it's in like the 50s back in Utah. It's a little warmer than that here. All right, we stopped off in the little town that's inside the park to try to get some souvenirs, and it's pretty crazy that we're that far below sea level. All right, this is the Zabriskie Point. I'm assuming it's that right there. Pretty cool. Super crowded. Most crowded spot we've been to so far. All right, here's the other side of the lookout. It's tough to get a video without other people in it up here. That was pretty cool little overlook. I think we have one more stop that we'll do in the park. We're gonna drive up this road to the top of a mountain, see it look out into the part of the park that the road is closed, that we can't get to. All right, we just drove up this really steep road, and now we're at the top of a mountain, looking down into that valley that was closed. We're way up there at this point though. I mean, the road is pretty far down there. All right, we're back down the mountain now. I think that's gonna wrap it up for Death Valley for me. Just gonna make my way back to Utah now. That was a pretty cool day. Got that one hike done in the morning. That was pretty cool. And yeah, we'll just see what happens next. This is so sick.